a match that I was going to do in the last stream, but decided to, well, change plans or change course and do it now. Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. No holds barred. Sheamus with a brutal powerbomb right out of the gate, taking down Drew McIntyre, and a ladder press for a 1 count. Sheamus is in the back half of the rankings. Drew is in the top half of the rankings. So, Sheamus could find himself a little bit higher in the rankings at the end of this one. And also, Drew McIntyre could end up getting a little bit, finding himself a little bit down further. Because fact of the matter is, Sheamus winning, there's no reason why if Sheamus wins, he should not move up in the ranking system. As I believe, off the top of my head, Sheamus should be around number 6, and Drew is number 4. So it would be an easy transfer with Drew and Sheamus if Sheamus is victorious in this no holds barred Donnybrook. Irish Curse Backbreaker. Sheamus has already been victorious in a recent no holds barred match against Big E, as it was a hard fought matchup from both ends between Big E and Sheamus, as both men put everything they had into that one, and it was everything and more that you could have expected, with the Polish hammer right there from Sheamus on Drew McIntyre. Sheamus picks him up in an Oklahoma Stampede position. Drew, picks him up over his shoulder, but Drew squirms away. And Drew hits him with a sit-out powerbomb like Sheamus did at the outset of the match. Sheamus kicks out at the count of 1 as the match continues. Drew gets reversed. Sheamus blocks the kick. Drew reverses Sheamus' right hand, and he's going for it. He drops him with the DDT. And Sheamus kicks out at the count of 1. Sheamus kicks out at the count of 1. The Future Shock DDT is not enough to hold down Sheamus. Sheamus reverses a right hand and a pump kick almost from Sheamus. Drew reverses whatever Sheamus was going for there. Sheamus with a knee, and then he double X handle to the back. Sheamus gets caught. Drew is coming back. Sheamus with a knife edge chop. Sheamus grabs him. The Celtic Cross. The Celtic Cross by Sheamus. The Celtic Cross by Sheamus. And Drew McIntyre kicks out. Drew McIntyre kicks out. Sheamus dropped him with the Celtic Cross, but McIntyre kicked out. Sheamus is going to the outside. He cuts him off as Drew gets to the outside, and he drops him again with the Irish Curse Backbreaker. One after the other, and Sheamus shows just how powerful he is, being able to just lift him up like it's nothing. One right after the other, with little delay. Sheamus is he's got a chair, swinging, he waylays him with the weapon. He waylays him with the steel chair. And now he places the chair in between the corner of the ring, in between the turnbuckle. Does Sheamus. Sheamus goes right back to the outside, and he drops him with a running knee. I think Sheamus hesitated to go under the ring again. Drew blocks the knife edge chop. Sheamus catches him off guard, and he drops him with a German. Sheamus picks him up and slams him. Scoop slam on the concrete. There's very little padding back there by the announcers. Sheamus with a stiff lariat takes down Drew McIntyre. He sends McIntyre into the side of the announce table, but McIntyre blocks one knife-edge chop with a knife-edge chop of his own and sends Sheamus back into the ring. Sheamus sees it coming. McIntyre picks him up. And McIntyre drops him throat first across the top rope. McIntyre's climbing up to the top rope. Sheamus catches him. Brogue kick! Brogue kick! Brogue kick! Sheamus collapses down on McIntyre. And McIntyre kicked out. McIntyre kicked out, and Sheamus seems a little bit miffed that McIntyre kicked out. Sheamus seems a little bit miffed that McIntyre kicked out. And Sheamus is under the ring. He's getting a table. Sheamus has got a table from under the ring. He sends McIntyre away. And he's got the table. Swings the table into the face of McIntyre. And he sends McIntyre ribs first again into the ropes. Into the table. This time into that table instead of the announcer's table. Running knee right to the sternum of the Scottish Warrior. McIntyre reverses him. And Sheamus blocks the Claymore. Sheamus blocks what looked to be the Claymore kick. Sheamus blocked what looked to be the Claymore kick. Polish hammer blocked. Sheamus blocks McIntyre again. Again, he sends him into the table. McIntyre blocks Sheamus. And the same powerbomb we saw earlier takes down Sheamus. Claymore! Claymore! Claymore from out of nowhere! Claymore from out of nowhere! Sheamus is down. And McIntyre! Sheamus kicked out at the count of two. Sheamus kicked out at the count of two. Sheamus gets picked up, and he gets right. Stalling suplex by Drew McIntyre. Stalling suplex by McIntyre. Again, McIntyre, for some reason, is going to the top rope. I'm not really sure, why McIntyre is going to the top rope. This seems out of character for Drew McIntyre. McIntyre hits the double axe handle that time. McIntyre hits the double axe handle that time. Sheamus blocked the Future Shock DDT, and he gets slammed on the table, does Sheamus. Sheamus gets slammed on the table, but he kicks out at the count of one, does Sheamus. Double stomp by McIntyre. Sheamus. Irish curse back. Celtic Cross is upcoming. Celtic Cross. High Cross. High Cross powerbomb by Sheamus. High Cross powerbomb by Sheamus. Sheamus has it positioned. Positioned and propositioned, does Sheamus. McIntyre is fighting back. Sheamus he had something in mind. I don't know what, but whatever Sheamus had in mind, he's not going to be able to get to now because McIntyre is going right after him. McIntyre is going right after him. Sheamus finally finds his way back up. Sheamus finally finds his way back up. He sends McIntyre into the ropes. He's repositioning the table, but I don't know that... McIntyre tried to jump off, but Sheamus was a little too far away. I think Sheamus wasted a little bit too much time there. Sheamus is playing around with the table. He's doing a little bit too much of, what's it called? Redesigning with the table, and not enough redesigning with McIntyre. Sheamus and McIntyre are both back outside the ring. I feel like if Sheamus really wanted to, he could get the match done sooner rather than later, but the fact of the matter is, Sheamus is just so fixated on doing damage to McIntyre that he doesn't give a damn what the result of the match is. He just wants to do some damage to his rival. McIntyre sends Sheamus ribs first into the steel steps. Sheamus gets sent ribs first into the steps. He gets sent ribs first into the steps again. And now Sheamus is getting thrown around the outside of the ring. Sheamus is getting thrown around the outside of the ring. McIntyre went back into the ring, thinking he was going to give Sheamus some distance, but he changes his mind, and he comes right back outside the ring. And Sheamus just got planted face first into the ring apron. He just got planted face first into the ring apron. European uppercut takes down McIntyre. European uppercut takes down McIntyre. Sheamus tried to grab McIntyre. McIntyre just picks him up and drops him. No effort, no emphasis. He just picked him up and dropped him. Sheamus. Irish whip, and then he takes him out with a running knee. Sheamus sends McIntyre into the ropes. Now they're going up top. They're going up top. Sheamus. A variation of the Green Bay plunge. And he puts Drew McIntyre through the table. A variation of the Green Bay plunge puts McIntyre through the table. McIntyre gets sent to the steel stair. Sheamus needs to. He needs to. He needs to put McIntyre down. He needs to put McIntyre down. Sheamus needs to put McIntyre down. He needs to end this match. Sheamus seems a little bit too fixated on the idea of busting him open. Sheamus gets reversed. He went for the Irish Curse backbreaker again, but he got reversed. Claymore! 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 Claymore by Sheamus. McIntyre! McIntyre retains his spot in the rankings because Sheamus took too long and made one mistake. He made one mistake by trying to put a little bit too much. He tried to put a little too much into the idea of beating the ass of Drew McIntyre. He tried to do a little bit too much damage to his adversary, and it came back to bite him in the ass because a Claymore came from out of nowhere. With that being said, we got more to get to, and we got more to get done, and that happens in the next video. Till next time, I will see you again soon.